Hello everyone! And now you are going to hear a short review of the movie No Hard Feelings. The film is set in the seaside town of Montauk. We meet the main character, a 32-year-old girl named Maddie, who works as a taxi driver. Because of debts for the house her mother left her, her car is taken away from her. But Maddie does not give up and tries to get it back. To do this, she chases a tow truck on rollerblades and tries to steal her car, but things don't go according to plan. Maddie urgently needs money to pay off her debts and stay afloat. Her salary as a bartender is not enough. She talks to her friend Sarah and asks her to help her out. The friend finds a job on the internet. The wealthy Becker family is looking for a young girl in her 20s to relax their withdrawn son Percy. As a reward, they are willing to give away a car. At first, Maddie hesitates and thinks it's a joke, but then realizes that it would be a good part-time job for her. Since Maddie didn't have a car, she decided to get to her employers on rollerblades. Once there, Maddie met Laird and Allison's mother. During the interview, the parents ask Maddie questions and tell her what she needs to do. Maddie is not the right age for the job, but she manages to convince her parents that she is the right person for the job. Her parents agree and tell her that their son Percy must never find out. Percy is a 19-year-old humble boy who is applying to Princeton College. He plays the piano and spends most of his time at home. His parents believe that communication with a bright, young, and beautiful girl will only benefit their son before entering college. All methods were used to relax the boy, even intimate contact was possible. To meet the boy, Maddie goes to an animal shelter because Percy was a volunteer there. She says that she wants to adopt a dog and asks Percy to be the one who will serve her. The guy shows her the dogs, and after filling out her personal information, he says she's not a good fit. Percy is in a big hurry, and Maddie offers to give him a ride home. She throws his bike into her van, and they set off. When they turn onto a different road, Percy happens to notice a large knife in the car and thinks Maddie has kidnapped him and wants to kill him. When Maddie gives him a ride to her house, Percy jumps out of the car and sprays her in the eyes with pepper spray. The girl explains that she really liked him and wanted to attract his attention. Then, after apologizing, Percy asks her out. Their first date takes place in a bar. Percy arrives wearing a jacket and shorts. Maddie asks him about his life and teaches him how to drink alcoholic beverages, because he will soon go to college and needs to have fun here and now. Later, they go to a private beach together, and Maddie suggests that they go swimming for a while. They take off their clothes and go into the sea. At this point, local hooligans steal their belongings, and Maddie, emerging from the water completely naked, starts fighting with them to get her clothes back. Later, they return home, and Maddie suggests they relax a bit. When they are about to make love, it turns out that Percy has developed a severe allergic reaction on his back due to the excitement. They begin to meet and spend time together. As they get to know each other better, Maddie reveals that she also missed her graduation. She says that her father had traded her and her mother to another family, leaving them with a house that was later taken away. One day, she wrote him a letter, and on the day of her graduation, the letter was returned, but he never read it. The next date takes place in a restaurant with a piano. Maddie knows that Percy plays the piano and asks him to play, but he is afraid to play in public. So Maddie warns him that if he doesn't play, she will toast him to the whole restaurant as her lover. Eventually, he agrees and plays the piano and sings her favorite song, which he has specially learned. However, his classmate hears the song and invites him to a party after the prom. Percy ditches his date and goes to the party with his peers. Maddie realizes that something is wrong, arrives at the party, and saves him from an attempted drug and alcohol poisoning. On the way in the car, Percy, while drunk, confesses his love to Maddie. The next morning, Percy tells his parents that he has a girlfriend and that he will not be going to any Princeton. His parents don't like this, and they call Maddie to convince their son to go to college. At this point, Percy accidentally overhears their conversation and realizes that he has been deceived. A little later, he brings Maddie to meet his parents without pretending to know everything. Later, he crashes the car he had prepared for Maddie into a tree. The girl sees that Percy is acting strangely and suggests that they go to the room and make love. Percy agrees, and in the process, he comes before he even starts. During the conversation, Maddie realizes that he knows the whole truth. She confesses that she was dating him for the car, but that she has become very attached to him during her time with him. Maddie says that he doesn't understand her problems and why she went through with it, because he's never had any problems with money. Percy gets ready to leave and asks his parents not to help him anymore, saying he wants to make his own decisions. Meanwhile, Maddie fixes her car and tries to have fun with a boyfriend, but changes her mind at the last minute because she keeps thinking about what she did to Percy. Later, Maddie sells the house to her friends and tries to find Percy to apologize to him and make things right. She insisted and tried to explain everything. He didn't want to listen, got into the car and tried to get rid of her. This did not stop Maddie, and she jumped on his hood. When he drove away, she tried to make peace by blocking his view. Percy drove to the beach and crashed his car into a grill. Maddie caught fire and he drove the car into the sea. After that, they finally got back on track and remained good friends. At the end of the movie, Percy got into Princeton, and the girl went in search of her future. This is the end of the movie. That's all for today. Subscribe and like if you want more videos like this.